Good morning, I think, still, and that just sets the tone. Yeah, very interesting energies at the moment. Feeling the air sign of Gemini and feeling the lessons, and so my guidance today is to ground some of that energy through a reading. So cards always play a role for me of kind of that matter element of the spirituality, of the divination, you know. So air can, you know, it's light, it's moving, it moves everything, its force carries, its, you know, its function is to create movement, create change. And so when this sets into our being, sometimes you can just be too in your head, in a sense, too up in the light areas with the ideas, the finer matter. Yeah, so cards are a great way, for, in my world anyway, for grounding that, bringing it into, it's like bringing the thoughts down into the body. It's a physical manifestation. And so lots going on. We have the Lemurian Starchild deck, not the easiest one to shuffle, and we have, okay, this one's fallen out, Peace Beyond Survival, Peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. Okay, I can feel into that. So this is like the Lion and the Lamb. So this is inner conflict, in a sense, is what I'm feeling. The courage plus the timid. Okay, we're setting a tone here. Let's see how this goes. So Lemurian Starchild, I have the Isis pocket edition of the Isis Oracle, Alana Fairchild. Okay, so this one showed up as like an overseeing energy, so divine feminine overseeing, masculine qualities of the elements. Okay, so masculine qualities, masculine elements for me would be air and fire. So maybe that's what we're creating here with Isis, is a little bit of balance with the divine feminine of water and earth. Okay, so these ones, let's just feel in for the overseeing energy. And so in the Egyptian pantheon, the Neteru, the twins, Gemini, the twins, for me that represents Isis and her twin sister Nephthys. And so they, you know, they following on from Taurus, which is Hathor, following on from Hathor, the great mother. So the twins leaving the mother to go and explore separation, the sun and the moon, the light and the dark, exploring separation as a way to explore ourselves, to experience everything, who we are, to go those separate paths, those unique paths, the uniqueness of who we are, those separate timelines, to experience and bring all of those experiences back to wholeness. Okay, so Isis, the overseeing energy. Ooh, okay, there's two coming up. So we have past life, present power, and the brother in darkness. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. Okay, so that kind of tunes in, doesn't it, to the masculine qualities of air. So yeah, not being swept away, so coming into staying connected with that feminine, divine feminine power. Past life, present power. As the soul grows in service to the great feminine and her intention that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities. Be open to what is taking place as your soul awakens ancient power and abilities in you. Okay, so these are our overseeing energies, okay? Yeah, overseeing energies. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. And again, so it's like okay, let's just let this flow. So these are all kind of the overseeing energies. Okay, so how these card decks, when I am drawn to more than one deck, usually it's overseeing energies, one acting like a bridge, and then one how the situation is going to play out in real time, in a sense. So these ones, they're setting the scene. Okay, so, and then this is the Light Seers Oracle. It's a tarot deck. Light Seers Tarot, sorry. It's a really powerful deck. So 8 of Wands, it's just jumped out. Action, making movement, heading towards your goals in a way. Yeah, it's a time. The time is right for making moves towards things that perhaps you've been ruminating on, thinking of, creating, finding that right moment to propel it forward. Otherwise you can end up having, you know, energy that needs to be expended and it not being utilized in the right way. So it will become as a blockage in your body, emotional blockage in your body, which will need to find another way out. Fire, maybe a little bit of frustration or anger. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle until I feel guided to stop. Okay. 7 of Cups, the Chariot, and the Sun. Okay, let's start with those. So 7 of Cups, choice. You have all these cups and they're all filled with all different ideas. Lots of air here, lots of ideas. And again, that rumination, which one is it to make a move towards, and making the right choice at the right time. Choice coming again. So with the Chariot, what the Chariot brings us is light and dark, the twins, those two elements, the separation elements, bringing them together in unity, in union through the work that we do. And we are the charioteer. We're not the chariot, we're the charioteer. And every action that we make is about choice. And it's those choices that bring the chariot horses together, the light and the dark, yeah, the union within, not necessarily just the light and the dark. I'm just using that as a because that's what I see in the horses, but it's, you know, it's masculine and feminine. It's the opposing parts of us that have to come together in divine union. Yeah, so a lot of time it is the light and the dark, because the light illuminates the areas we need to work on. Once we work on those areas, we bring them into their fullness, and we remember them and embody them, and they become a part of our wholeness. That's how we raise our frequency. And it's all about choice. Yes, there's lots of masculine. This is the masculine, actually. Masculine, choice, focus, drive, higher mental body work here. Yeah, yes, I'm feeling kind of Thoth energy. And then we have the Sun, followed by the Sun. So the Sun we do see as the masculine, penetrating energy from coming down, don't we? Whereas the feminine is the rising life force energy. So the Sun, and obviously in the tarot, when the Sun shows up, it's a good sign. It's good to have the Sun card coming. Okay, let's see where else this takes us. Okay, Queen of Swords, so lots of air again. 6 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay, so again, that divine union, the mental aspect, the left brain, masculine brain, analytical, air, yeah, the mental realm, but it's the Queen. So there's a union happening there of emotional mental cohesion, yeah, which brings about this queen, who perhaps she is, or you are, going through a phase where everything's a bit chaotic, everything's a bit whirlwindy, and you feel like you're making the right choice, and then in the next day, I know I can relate to this one, moment by moment, maybe that choice then feels wrong, but something in you knows it's right, and there's a bit of an inner conflict. It's because this is what's happening. You are being called to make choices through action, yeah, and the overseeing energies. So we push through those. Negative energy is present. It's a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine power. So it's about trusting the intuition through those choices, because the negativity is when we start doubting the choices that we're making. And sometimes it's about time, patience, time, there we go, the hourglass. So a double message here. So and this is what the feminine energy does, isn't it? It is, even though it's expansive and expressive and creative, and it's our intuition, through that expansion, it's not bound by time. It's boundless, it's boundaryless in a sense. So when that's the test on our masculine energy, is the feminine just wants to be and do and express and just expand. The masculine kind of wants to narrow the path, focus the energy somewhere. So it's a test of patience, and that's where these choices are. They're lessons. The choices that we're making, and even the wrong ones are more, hold more of a lesson, because we are learning the feelings that come from what felt like a wrong choice, and actually seeing on the other side of it that it wasn't. It's all about divine timing. Okay, so because everything is in these cups, everything's there, waiting for the divine time, for you to become the person to make the choice, for you to become the person that knows when to put that action into place. And then that brings this inner union of the feminine and I'm not going to use the feminine, the wisdom, those choices and the lessons through those choices, the errors, the misjudgments, the correcting. It's about coming into this place of a higher knowing, a higher wisdom through the chaos. Okay, so what else? Six of Swords. Six of Swords. It's about accepting help. If I remember rightly, in the tarot, it's about accepting help, and then it may come in unexpected places. Okay, let me feel into this one and how it's relevant. I'm going to come back to her. Right, Five of Cups. Okay, yes, here we go. When I put them together. So it's about leaving the past behind in a way. So the choices that you are making may seem really hard, because it's about taking a leap. It's about taking a leap from one way of being into another way of being. And that's what's causing the chaos. Because, yeah, it's like the death and the rebirth. So imagine you've shed the skin of who you used to be, and then you arrive in this new frequency, this new place, this new space, and it's unfamiliar in some ways, because you're having to integrate that aspect of you that knows this new place. So whilst you're in that phase of integration, there's a period of unknown, yeah. And so that's where the chaos of the choices, that's where that's manifesting. That's where that's manifesting, the chaos of the choices, because you need to make a clean cut in a way. And that's the lion. I'm feeling the lion now. So the lion, the clean break from the way things used to be. So taking the courage of the lion. I'm just feeling into the codings on this card as well. And yeah, Okay, so then what as you're feeling into that courage, you are embracing through those choices, which bring up the timid and the vulnerable. Yeah, like when we make a wrong choice, it makes us doubt a little bit, doesn't it? But we are both. We have to feel this in order to become this. Okay, so that's what we're doing in this process. Okay, we're burying the past. We're putting the past behind us. We're holding a ceremony in a sense, and maybe you could even feel into this. Does this resonate? Do you need to hold a ceremony, a ritual to, you know, put your past behind you in a ceremonial way? Make a little ritual for yourself. Maybe there's something that you could think of that represents your past, and burn it. Hold a bowl ceremony, you know, like put it in a cup or a bowl or a fire, and create a fire in your garden, a fire pit, and just burn something that represents the old version of you. And then spend some time, we've got the new moon coming soon, with, you know, with the timing of that, to really anchor in that new element of yourself, that new aspect of yourself. Even if you don't feel that it's here yet, call it to you. What does it feel like? How can you meet that part of yourself? How can you, where's the path? Where is the path among the darkness, the chaos, however it seems around you? Where's that little glimmer of light to follow, to integrate and bring yourself closer to that new aspect that is coming in, that is embodying within you? Yeah, and then this is the help. In a way, this is the help. Go within to seek the help to find that. This is really calling, again, it's that mental body and those choices. It's calling you to own it a little bit, yeah, to harness those mental body abilities, and rather than let the mind get lost, come into alignment with the heart and the soul and the inner knowing, and stick to a choice. Make those powerful choices about you, and they will be the ones that start to create better choices on the external. Okay, we're finishing off. Knight of Swords, so much air. Two of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay, what a one to end on. Okay, Knight of Swords, he's in a hurry. Haste. Yeah, he's running ahead. And this is what the masculine energy can do. Sometimes when it's got a hold of that feminine creation and it's like, right, okay, let's go. And that's where the errors in the choices can come. So that brings us back to this one. So action. He's making action, but maybe he needs to pause for a moment. And this is the message he brings. Knights and pages, they kind of bring us messages. And so, yeah, move towards your goals. But make sure you're in alignment with those choices. And then that's where this one comes in. So the Two of Pentacles, juggling two ways of being. And again, it's like this one's light, like the air, and this one's the actual kind of pentacle sign on it. So this is more like the earth. So it's like the ether and the matter, the air and the earth. So bring in that harmony, that balance. And then this is where it leads us. So in this entire reading, we have a Queen and the Emperor. So there's a goal of coming into a wisdom gained. That's where Thoth is coming in, isn't it? The wisdom gained. And it's about having fun in that process too. Because at the end of the day, once we find the joy and the humour in the chaos of the choices, perhaps, then that's when we come back to our body and our heart. Yeah. And look at how it ends. It ends in a very wise way. And he's got the key on his arm, the Ankh, the key of life. Letting you know everything will be fine. and that you, as the charioteer, it all comes to a good place. Okay, that feels finished. Thank you. Hope it resonates, and enjoy your lovely sunny day.